everybody, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing good today. I'm doing great, and I'm coming to you guys with another video today, and this is just going to be an informative video for you, and a video I've been wanting to do because these are some things that I have learned in my course of applying for jobs, interviewing for jobs in the past 6 months, okay? So I'm going to be coming to you guys with some work from home job facts that you may not know, and I just want to go ahead and tell you guys about these because they may encourage you and help you feel a little bit better about working from home if you do have, some apprehensions, or if there's just some things that you just did not know, okay? So let's go ahead and start off with the first fact. So one of the first things that I've noticed is these days, most companies provide you with equipment, okay? So there's still a ton of companies that don't provide you with equipment, but there are quite a few companies that do provide you with equipment. And they may not always mention that they provide equipment in the job description, okay? One of the best ways to determine if a company provides equipment is when you're looking at the job description. If they don't mention, certain equipment that you may need or certain requirements that you may need for your computer, you can pretty much assume that that company is going to provide you with equipment, okay? So many times you may not know that they provide equipment until you get to the interview process, and then at that point, they'll tell you that they provide you with equipment. So that's one fact that I've learned, and that's really great because a lot of times people may not have the money to, buy equipment, or they may not have the equipment. So the next thing I want to talk about is the fact that when they do provide you with equipment, most of the time it will be a laptop. It's really just going to depend on the job type, but most of the time it's going to be a laptop. And this is great, and this is different from when I started working from home, because when I started working from home, if they did provide equipment, most of the time it was a desktop. And, you had to be stationary, you had to stay in one room, and, that's not really convenient for a lot of people. So most of the companies will provide you with a laptop. It could be, an Apple laptop. It could be, a Lenovo laptop. But you will have a laptop, and that's going to give you the flexibility that you need to work in different rooms of your home if you wanted to. Some companies will even allow you to take your laptop and work outside of the home, as long as you have a dedicated, Wi-Fi connection that will allow you to connect and keep a private connection. So, for example, you may not be able to go to Starbucks and connect to their Wi-Fi, but you can go to Starbucks and connect to your own, personal hotspot or something like that. So that's really great because that's going to give you the flexibility that you need. A lot of times, many of us like flexibility, we like variety. So, having a laptop makes that much more easier for you. So just be aware that many companies will provide you with a laptop. So another fact that I've learned is a lot of companies do allow you to just work off Wi-Fi. So a lot of companies will not require that you have to have an Ethernet cord plugged into the laptop. You will be able to use your Wi-Fi. And again, this is not going to be information that's listed, in the job description. This is stuff that you find out later on down the line when you apply for the job. Another thing that a lot of people don't know, and this has always been the case with jobs, but all jobs will provide you with training, okay? So a lot of times it may not say paid training, but most companies will train you, okay? So even if you don't have all of the experience, you've never worked with different, programs that they use, they're going to train you. On the flip side of that, the training may not be the best, and it may not be the most, extensive training. It may not have the best layout, but you will have some training. So one thing that I've noticed is a lot of companies are having like 2-week training now, 1 to 2 weeks of training. And that's something new. Like back in my day when I first started working from home, training was like 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks, even 12 weeks. So you will be trained, but these days a lot of companies don't take a whole bunch of time to train you, and you're really just going to have to get out there and learn it on your own, and that's going to work for you if you're a hands-on person. But some companies will have 2 weeks of training, and you may have to kind of like be in a lot of Zooms and sharing your screens and watching other people's screens and things like that, which, like I said, is not the most effective way, but there will be some training for you. So don't think that you're just going to get hired and then you're just going to be thrown to the wolves. I mean, you are low-key going to get thrown to the wolves eventually, but there will be some form of training before that, okay? So just be aware of that as well. Okay, so the next fact I have for you guys is a lot of companies have benefits that they do not mention in their benefits section of their website. So there are going to be a lot of benefits that you learn about once you actually get on with the company. For example, there's a company that I've worked with in the past, and they didn't mention this in their benefits section. They actually provided you with $125 a month reimbursement for your cell phone or for your internet service. And this is not something I found out until after I started working for the company. So I've actually worked with a company that gave discounts on movie tickets. things like that. So again, all of these things weren't mentioned in the job description. And another fact that I have for you guys is a lot of the customer service type jobs do not require you to be on the phone. So of course, most of them do. So I would say probably about 60 to 70% of the jobs may require you to be on the phone, but there's a nice 30% of customer service jobs that don't require you to be on the phone. So you'll be doing a lot of, chatting and also email support. And again, a lot of these companies don't mention that. For example, the job lead could say, member support rep, and it can say, assisting customers, helping customers with their applications. And this is actually a job where you don't have to be on the phone with customers at all. You're going to be helping them via Zendesk with their applications. You'll be sending emails back and forth, and it won't be any phone at all. So for example, the company Taylor Corporation, I've interviewed with them and actually been offered a job with them in the past. They have customer support jobs, and their jobs do not require you to be on the phone. So their customer support jobs would involve like helping customers with orders and things like that. And all of that's done via email. So none of that's done, over the phone. I'll go ahead and link Taylor Corporation in the description bar for you. I'm not sure if they're hiring right now. They don't have a whole bunch of turnover, so they don't hire all the time, but I will put them in the description bar, and you can definitely keep them on deck and see if they're hiring in the future. But yeah, they have no phone customer support jobs, and this is a company that I've not heard much about, so you can definitely check them out. So the last thing I want to let you guys know is, even if you're a part-time employee, many companies still have benefits for part-time employees, okay? So you may not get the full medical, dental, vision, and all of that, but there are other benefits that you may get. You can get, paid time off. You can get company holiday pay. You can also get, like I said, the cell phone stipend, because that was a part-time job that I had, and I was able to get the cell phone stipend and the internet stipend. Just because you apply for a part-time job does not mean that you will not get any benefits. So definitely, be aware of that. And, like I said, once you do have your interview, you'll learn more. And a lot of companies have an initial interview that's a phone call. So when you get that initial phone call, if you have any questions and you want to ask about equipment and benefits and things like that, you can also do that on your initial phone call as well. That way, if they do want to have you move on to the next part of the interview process, which would most likely be like a Zoom interview, you would be able to kind of know, okay, this company is not really offering what I need, and I want to go ahead and just move on. You know what I mean? So definitely ask all the questions that you need to ask on that first interview and get all the information that you need to get, so that way you'll be able to make an informed decision that's going to work for you, your lifestyle, and what you're looking for in your remote work journey, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much all of the information I have for you guys today. I hope this information has been helpful. It's always my goal to help you guys, encourage you guys, and inspire you in your work from home journey. You already know, if you have any questions or any comments, you can leave those down below. And as usual, I thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Good luck to everyone on their remote work journey.